Why Star Wars Battlefront 3 never happened? Fans really hope for a third one. The Star Wars Battlefront franchise holds a cherished place in the hearts of millions of fans. When the first two entries, especially those developed by Pandemic Studios in the mid-2000s, hit the market, they were instant classics. The combination of epic scale, diverse planetary battlegrounds, and the ability to step into the roles of iconic Star Wars characters created an unparalleled multiplayer and single-player experience. But after the release of Battlefront 2 in 2005, expectations for a third installment soared, only to be met with a puzzling and long-standing silence. Battlefront 3 was at one point very real. Around 2006 to 2008, the game was reportedly in development by Free Radical Design. Leaked footage and developer testimony confirmed that the game had advanced to a relatively complete state, with ambitious features such as seamless ground-to-space battles. But financial issues, publishing disputes, and internal struggles between Free Radical and LucasArts led to the game's ultimate cancellation. This shattered the dreams of many fans who were tantalized by glimpses of what could have been a revolutionary entry in the franchise. In the years that followed, fans held on to hope. Then came a brief resurgence with EA's reboot of the franchise in 2015. Powered by the Frostbite engine, Star Wars Battlefront 2015 delivered stunning visuals and immersive sound design, but its lack of depth, limited content, and absence of a campaign mode left longtime fans disappointed. Battlefront 2 2017 attempted to fix many of these issues and succeeded in several areas, introducing a proper single-player campaign, more heroes, and a broader scope, but it also launched amid a storm of controversy surrounding loot boxes and microtransactions. The fallout from the Battlefront 2 launch was significant. EA's monetization model sparked widespread backlash, prompting changes across the gaming industry and souring the franchise's reputation. Even after EA made commendable updates and reworks to improve the game post-launch, the damage was done. Battlefront 2 eventually became a beloved title with a dedicated player base, but by the time it had reached its peak, momentum for a sequel had already been lost within EA's shifting priorities and the expiration of its exclusive Star Wars license. Part of the problem lies in the changing landscape of game development. Creating a game as large in scope as Battlefront 3, especially one that meets fan expectations and avoids the pitfalls of its predecessors, requires immense resources, coordination, and risk. Studios are increasingly cautious when handling IPs like Star Wars due to the intense scrutiny from fans and the massive investment involved. Moreover, Disney's handling of the Star Wars franchise after acquiring Lucasfilm has emphasized broader licensing strategies rather than exclusive deals, leading to a scattering of smaller, more targeted game projects rather than massive sequels like Battlefront 3. Another contributing factor is the shifting focus in the gaming industry from packaged games to live-service models. Battlefront 2 attempted this with varying levels of success, but a Battlefront 3 would need a new strategy to avoid repeating past mistakes. The studio responsible would be burdened not only by the technical and creative demands but also by the need to rebuild trust with a community that felt burned by previous iterations. Despite all this, the desire for Star Wars Battlefront 3 hasn't faded. On the contrary, fan enthusiasm has only grown stronger over time. Petitions, social media campaigns, and community mods reflect a persistent, grassroots hope that someone, somewhere, will revive the dream. The modern gaming community is louder and more unified than ever when it comes to demanding sequels to beloved franchises, and Battlefront sits near the top of that wish list. Recent developments have further fueled speculation. With companies like Ubisoft and Respawn now actively working on new Star Wars games, and with the end of EA's exclusivity, the possibility for a new Battlefront title, under new creative leadership or as a spiritual successor, remains alive. Fans aren't necessarily asking for a flashy reinvention. Many would be content with a faithful continuation that captures the magic of large-scale galactic warfare and hero-based combat that made the original so addictive. In conclusion, Star Wars Battlefront 3 never happened due to a complicated mix of financial collapse, publisher disagreements, industry shifts, and corporate caution. Yet the longing for it remains vibrant and unshaken in the fan base. As the Star Wars gaming universe continues to expand and evolve under new developers, there is still hope, perhaps now more than ever, that a true Battlefront 3 or something inspired by it will one day rise from the ashes and deliver the galactic battle experience fans have waited far too long for.